So in this video, we are going to see about ERP. So what are the extended ER features exist? First one is specialization. In top-down design process, we designate subgrouping within an entity set that are distinctive from other entities in the set. These subgrouping become lower level entity set that have attributes or participate in the relationships that do not apply to the higher level entity set. The depicted by a triangle component named ISA, that is a person. For example, customer may be a person. Okay, customer is a person. So that is first specialization feature. Attribute inheritance. A lower level entity set inherits all the attributes and relationship participation of the higher level. So this is a specialization example ER diagram. Here you can see person. It is an entity which has four attributes: person ID, name, street, and city. It is a strong entity in which we are having person ID as a primary key. And employee is another entity, and that is connected with the person. So any person may become an employee. It is so that is defined by a rectangle symbol is a symbol. So person may be a customer. In that case, here the one attribute added, that is credit rating. For employee, one attribute has been added, that is salary. And these once an employee is further may be a category of employee. He may be an officer, or if it is a banking sector, in that case there is a teller, and for officer there is a facility secretary, and secretary is a position exists in any organization. So secretary, officer, or teller. And for them, these three are the entity. The attribute for the secretary is hours worked. For teller, it is station number and hours worked. For officer, office timing. Another feature is generalization, a bottom-up design process that combines a number of entity sets that share the same features into higher level entity set. Specialization and generalizations are simple inversions of each other. They are represented in an ER diagram in the same way. The terms specialization and generalizations are interchangeably. You can have multiple specialization of an entity set based on different features. For example, permanent employee versus temporary employee. In addition to officer versus secretary versus teller. Each particular employee would be a member of one of the permanent employee entity, or the member in the temporary employee entity, and also a member of one of officer, secretary, or teller. The ISA, that is a relationship, also referred as a superclass subclass relationship. So next one is aggregation. Consider the ternary relationship works on. So here works on for ternary relationship. Here it has been connected with the job, branch, and employee. And the branch in which you will have manager, the work of the manager has been managed or monitored. So manager is the relation that will connect employee also. Suppose we want to record managers for tasks performed by an employee at a branch. This is an example. Relationship set works on and manages represent overlapping information. Each manages relationships correspond to a work on relationship. However, some works on relationships may not correspond to any manages relationships. So we can't discard the works on relationship. Eliminate this redundancy via aggregation. Treat relationship as abstract entity. Allow relationships between relationships. Abstraction of relationship into new entity. Without introducing redundancy, the following diagram represents an employee works on a particular job at a particular branch. An employee branch job combination may have an associate. So this is the aggregation diagram. Here workson connects job, employee and branch, and managers that will connect with workon. Through workon we can connect that to employee and branch, and manager is connected with. And here is the list of the ER notation symbols we have used in our ER diagram. Entity is represented by rectangle, weak entity is represented by double rectangle, relationship set is represented by diagonal symbol, identifying relationship set for weak entity set is represented by double diagonal symbol, primary key is represented by eclipse. Inside that eclipse you will be having the attribute name, that is a solid underline, and many to many relationship is without any arrow, one to one relationship is with an arrow, and role name and role indicator will be like this. Total generalization is represented by the triangle with the ISA. Specialization or generalization is once again represented by ISA. Disjoint generalization, we can use the word disjoint, and cardinality limits 1 to H is represented like this. Many to one relationship is represented with the respective arrow, and discriminating attribute of weak entity set is represented by dotted line, and total participation of an entity set in relationship is represented by double solid line. Derived attribute is represented by dotted oval ellipse. Multi-valued attribute is represented by double oval shape, and attribute is represented by oval shape. Thank you.